Hey everybody, welcome to COVID Central. Cookie and the Haydens. See you in a minute. Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to Cookie and the Haydens. I'm Car Boot Chris, and this is our weekly live show all about reselling and some other stuff, and a duck race, and some other whatever you want to talk about. As you can see, it's just me tonight. Belle is still not right. She's still off work with the COVID. Hopefully, she's at the end of it. But we do now both have COVID, so brilliant. But I'm not too bad. I'm operating at about 50 to 60% this week. So yeah, it's not Cookie and the Haydens, it's COVID and the Haydens. Anyway, I hope everyone's had a good week and you are making lots of sales, you're doing lots of work, and I don't know what else. What else can you be doing? I don't know. I've got a pumpkin spice chai latte, as mentioned on was it Lindsay? It was Lindsay and Alvin, and Dana was doing a show, and they were talking about nice stuff to eat and drink and stuff, like USA and UK. And I went pumpkin spice chai latte, and I was trying to explain in the chat how you get pumpkin spice chai latte, and this is what you do. This is your chai latte. You can get this from most supermarkets. Or if you've got a Dolce Gusto machine, they actually do chai latte pods. So you can get those as well. So you get that. And then you get this pumpkin spice syrup. You can get this bottle in like B&M's or Home Bargains. It's £1.25 for all that. It takes ages to get through that. And all you need is a little dab, like a little drop to your taste. Taste it, see if you need a bit more. But it's very, very sweet. So it's like putting sugar in your tea, but it does taste good. I'm going to do beat Chris to the bottom because Belle's not here. So it's beat Chris to the bottom. Let's go and get some music going. I'm going to say hello to everybody in the chat. In 2 minutes, I'm going to say hello to literally all of you. So please get your hellos in, and I'll try and shout out everybody before we get going in the show. Do that now so you don't miss out. And we're going to hit that live and kicking. That is the live and kicking music, remember, from the 90s. All right, hello to Elaine Parks. We've got Yorkshire Mix. We've got Helen, Alan Starbuck. We've got Lisa, Armsy, Deborah, Sardine, and Limelight Vinty, SB Reselling. Hi, Sophie. Jeff, Kevin from Florida, Jason Coyle's in after a while. It's been a while, hasn't it, Jason? Welcome back. Once Love Treasures, Mikey Resells, Les Wilkins, Tommy Lee. Well done on your fixing my football game, Tommy. Hillary Rhodes. Who else? We've got Fletch One, Emsden UK. Cheap Charlie. Have I said Elaine Parks? Elaine Parks, Jamie Vu, Delboy Dan. Thank you for tonight's Duck Race prize, Delboy Dan. RS. Tap Peddler Derek is here. Silver Wolf Gaming. Missy Marie, Dizzy J, Guzzy, Flipping L, the Monkey Thrifter, Greg's in. Lin, we've got Fletch. Yeah, I'm solo again, Fletch. What's going on here? What is going on? To be fair, you're lucky I'm here tonight. Who else we got? Once Loved, Bills and Moon, Nafanify. Sounds so wrong, doesn't it? Oh, thank you, Deborah. That's very kind of. Who else we got? Jason Entwistle. Come on, get your hellos in, guys. Let's beat me to the bottom. Everyone's repeating. Brummy Time Lord is here. See What You Buy. Guaz. Oliver Ian. Babs. Richard Payne. Karen Evans. Is that a new name, Karen Evans? Welcome, Karen, if you are new. Oh, Mike and Francis are in. Hi, guys. That's the end of the 2 minutes. That was pathetic, wasn't it? Didn't even get anywhere near the bottom. Scouse Dan, I'm going to carry on saying hello to everybody. Just because I can. Chris Tyler's popped in. I saw you, Chris, a minute ago trying to win another duck race. Traitor. Chris is going around just entering all the duck races that he can. Dippin Williams is in. Why is my button not? I'm pressing it. Nothing's happening. Brilliant. Dippin Williams. There we go. Sean Jex, welcome. Is that a new name? Sean Jex? Oh. Cheap Charlie. Just you and me, Chris, to do the show again. Yeah, it wasn't a good start, Tommy, was it? Wasn't a good start. Oh, no worries, Wolf. No worries. It wasn't any great shakes, the tips. It was fairly standard stuff, but even if there's just one or two things in there that work, then that's good. eBay Gum. There you go. That is our weekly eBay Gum plug. Have you seen, by the way, talking of eBay Gum, have you seen eBay Gum are advertising really heavily? Either that or I've literally just clicked on one link and now I'm being showed loads of adverts for eBay Gum on Facebook. It's like flooded. Must be putting a fair bit of money into those ads. But they still haven't they've not even got a mobile app for eBay Gum. I mean, it's the year 2024 nearly, and there's not a mobile app. Oh, here we go. Can Francis have a birthday shout out for tomorrow? Oh, brilliant. Here we go. Let's do Francis's birthday. Oh, where's the thing gone?
Happy birthday! Woo!
Happy birthday to Francis for tomorrow. Oh, and guess what tomorrow is? Tomorrow's Whatnot Tuesday. So, if you play your cards right, Francis, you might have a really good birthday with all the things that Mike is going to buy you on tomorrow's Whatnot. Welcome, GT. You are late. Better late than never. Oh, thanks, Tommy. Whoopsie daisy. Dippin Williams says, found a brand new Ford Focus front light yesterday, 2019 model. If anyone needs a Ford Focus light, you know where to go. eBay Gum version 5 out very soon. Steel Wolf Car Boot Hunter, welcome. Yeah, loads of eBay Gum ads. Really hammering it, but have they changed anything about the site to make it worth you, signing up. If my voice does go by the end of this night, I apologise. You'll have to hang in there. Car boot Chris, operating at 50 to 60% is way better than me at 150%. Okay. Fair enough, yeah. Yeah, lots of happy birthdays coming in for Francis. Wow, lots of happy birthdays. That's nice. By the way, guys, there's a very, very big and important friendly YouTuber's birthday's coming up. 11th of October. Anyone wants to send me something in the post, feel free. I always like getting presents. Aaron Sells 87 had a buyer open a return. Here we go. Some proper reselling content. Let's have a look. I had a buyer opened a return, sent me an empty box back. Oh, left negative feedback. eBay been great about it. Removes feedback and paid. Brilliant. Oh, the bastards, aren't they? Absolute. Remember that one that sent me back a French. What was it? A French breathalyzer kit that like probably cost like £1 at the pound shop or something. Yeah, they sent me that back instead of the actual item. Crazy stuff. Everything's an opportunity to Chris, even Francis's birthday. Oh, Mike and Francis, no, I'm only kidding. I'm not. Who else have we got in? Let's see. Let's get down the chat a bit. Tonight's just an open chat about reselling. Obviously, I didn't have the energy to like come up with a new thing tonight. Big Steve messaged me earlier saying, "What's the subject for tonight?" I just didn't have a clue. I was like, I'm not there. So I'm just open chat tonight. Let's talk anything reselling. I've got a few bits of the usual stuff. We've got sale of the week coming up. We've got This Is Heavy, the freebie giveaway. And we've got comment of the week this week. We've not had a comment of the week for ages. So yeah, we've got the usual stuff, but no real topic other than anything reselling. If you've got a question about something, put it in the side chat anytime you like. And we'll just muddle through the night. Any questions about reselling, any comments, any experiences you've had lately, any observations, whatever, put it in. And if you've got a talking point, put it in the chat. Let's talk about it. I think Tack Peddler runs eBay Gum. He's always plugging it. I think secretly Limelight. You could be right there. You can fall out with people, you know. Okay. Zimmer frame. Bell does not need a Zimmer frame yet, then. That's not very nice. Cheap Charlie says, honestly, Chris, your Monday night shows a bit. Oh, that's very kind of you. That's cheered me up. It doesn't half make the week. I know. Every week we come on and we're like, it's Monday again. It's like life is just flying by us. We're nearly in October. Summer's gone. Summer's finished. We've got a hurricane coming this week. Oh, it's great, isn't it? Batten down the hatches, isn't it, this week? Tonks Boutique are in. Hi, guys. I'm moving down the chat. The chat's just jumped on me. Just wait. Let me just catch back up. Where was I? Was it Les? Les says, Chris, I have a copy of Ultimate Shark 5 movie collection. Movie collection, Jurassic Shark. It sounds good, that, Les. I'm not going to ask you to send me anything now. No, don't send it me. I was only joking. Nobody needs to send me nothing. Seriously. I don't even ask my family for presents, so. Belle says, what do you want for Christmas? Everyone wants to know what you want, and I'm like, I don't need anything, you know. Belle just made a post. on Instagram. What's Belle posting about? But it's very kind of you, Les. Before I move on, that's such a nice thought. You know I do like all those terrible films. I had something similar last week. A case opened and closed in favour of the seller within 2 days. It wouldn't reply to me. You need to tell us a bit more about that, Steel Wolf, for me to sort of have a comment or view on it, because you got to give me some more information. You know, what was the situation? Give me that. Silver Wolf. Oh, we've got Silver Wolf and Steel Wolf in again. It's confusing, isn't it, for my small brain? If my item doesn't sell within a set time, do I lower the price a bit or take it off for a while? Personally, Silver Wolf is what I would do, and this is what I said, and I've said this quite a bit in previous videos. This is my process: is when an item gets to 2 months, right? I'll end it. I'll end the item, and then what I do is I'll hit sell similar, and you got like 3 things to do before you actually relist it as sell similar. You switch the title around a little bit, even if you think you've got the best keywords in the world in your title. Move the words around a bit. It's just a thing in my head that makes me think that it's more likely that eBay will treat it as a brand new item if it's recognizing the title is not the same as a previous one. So it's just a thing in my head. It might not be right or not, but it's what I do. So even if you can't think of any new keywords for the title when you relist, just switch some words around. Double check your item specifics. Just have a quick look, see if there's anything else you can add in, and lower the price. And that is what I generally do. Yeah. So I wouldn't take it off for a while. I would just do that. Title, price, I think are the 2 important things. If you got something up for £50 and it's not sold within 2 or 3 months, I mean, eBay's advice is 3 months, isn't it? But if it's not sold within 3 months and you got it up for £50, go and do all that. Don't just take £1 off, though. You're wasting your time. I've seen people reduce things by £1. Don't do that. That is a pointless exercise. You've got to give it some welly if you want to get rid of it, right? Knock a minimum 10% off. You could even go 20%. If you've had it up for £50 for 3 months and you've had not a sniff of a sale, I'd consider going to 40 and then do it for 3 months at that and see what happens. We're in the selling game, not the storage game, right? Tommy Lee said I had a buyer wanting a partial refund for some speakers, saying the rubber surrounds were split. As if I hadn't fully checked them. He's fine with them now and doesn't want to return them. Yeah, I mean, some crazy people that demand different stuff, isn't there? You know, especially when it comes to partials. You think you're not going to check these things. I mean, Tommy Lee, the king of fix it for reselling, is not going to check something that is broken or not. Fool. Jason Goyle, gutted, missed out on most of the big car boots over here due to work and death pile the size of. Well, listen, Jason, you can't be that gutted because in the same sentence as you were gutted, you said you've got a death pile the size of a house. So you know it's right. You know that you should be working on that death pile, because the bonus of working on your death pile is the money's not being spent and your cash flow will increase no end, because you're basically listing stuff that you paid for ages ago and it's all money coming in, not money going out. So cash flow will be great. Question: how much time do you spend on YouTube editing and live versus doing stuff for eBay? And how much do you think YouTube impacts your eBay? It's a really good question, that, actually, Paul. That is a good question. YouTube, I probably Let me have a think now. When I'm doing boot sale videos, I'm longer because the editing process is longer. Probably not that much actually, by the time I've faffed about. 2 videos a week plus a live. We've got to be going into 15 hours a week, maybe. Seriously. An hour to film a video, like a sit down one, like an unboxing. Hour to edit it. And you've got to do all the socials around it. 2 to 3 hours per video. And that's if I'm quick. Car boot sale, add another hour onto it. Live video, couple of hours plus a bit of prep. It's got to be 10 to 15 hours a week, I reckon. Easy. How much do you think it impacts your eBay? Well, to be fair, my YouTube is part of my business now. It's got to a stage where it is providing an income, not massive compared to a lot of people, but still a fair amount of income. You know, still when you look at it and you think, that's worth doing. So it is part of my business now. So I kind of treat it as that. You know, any income that I get from my YouTube channel goes into my business, my business as a whole. So all my income. So I pay tax on it and everything. So it is part of my income. So I kind of treat it as part of the business. So it does impact because there's times when I've been making videos when really should be listing, but it's something you enjoy. There's a long term sort of increase in income as more videos you put out over time. You can accumulate more. You know, I've got like 1,000 videos on now, and like historic videos still continue to earn you a small amount of money. So it kind of layers, you know, the more videos you get out over time, you know, it kind of, the income sort of layers. It might only be a few pence on one, but if you've got 1,000 videos earning a couple of pence, it starts adding up. So it is part of my business basically, but it's a great question. George's Treasure Shed, welcome. Let's try and get down so I don't get too far behind. I'm about 7 minutes behind here. That's not good, is it? 7 minutes already. If you have multiple item listing and they're selling, would you let it renew automatically? It's a bit of a tricky one, Helen, with the multi-item. I would leave, if you've got ones with a lot of history on, I would leave those, either leave them on, or after 90 days you could do relist instead of sell similar, because relist should keep your history. But I would be tempted, if you've got like something with like 100 items on and you've sold 50 and there's 50 left, I'd be tempted to leave that running. I would not touch that, but I don't have any listings like that. The most I have is like 1, 2, 3, maybe. That is true, Shabba. Yeah. Time is catching up. Let's see what else. Night's Life is in. Welcome, Night's Life. Phil, been working away for the last couple of months. Glad to catch you live. Oh, it's good to have you here, Phil. I think your birthday is a perfect opportunity to have a new rubber movie prop. Oh. Shabba says, I have noticed since the eBay open, I changed my dispatch to 1 day. Although I'm knackered, sales have doubled. Oh, that's good going. That is good going. I've gone free postage. I've not noticed the difference yet because I think because I'm only basically, since eBay open, Belle had COVID. She's obviously passed it to me. So I've only been operating at 50-60% of capacity. Like I've been getting to like 8, 9, 10 listings and I'm done. And normally I would do a bit more than that. So I've not been operating full capacity. I mean, I did the Whatnot show last week and it nearly killed me by the time I was finished. I was absolutely dead. So I'm all free postage now. on mine, and I'm hoping, as I'm feeling better now, like I'm better than I was a few days ago. I'm hoping I'll get back to my normal numbers, and we'll see. We'll see if it's really. At the moment, I'm not seeing much difference. Fletch One says, when you buy a load of crap at a car boot sale, like I did the other day, do you feel like packing it all in? Packing it all in down a day today. Well, I don't understand that, Fletch One. I got it right up until the end. Is it a typo? I'm just trying to figure it out. Can you rewrite that for me, Fletch? I'm not operating. Hi, Kimmy Kitty. Johnny John's in as well. Question from Jason. When's the right time to play nice and not nice? Oh, okay. Buyer bought a brand new beard trimmer, received, and then was wanting me to provide a receipt for warranty, which obviously I couldn't provide. So, I'll just say I don't have a receipt. I won't beat around the bush with that. Get it? Beat around the bush. I've not lost my sense of humour. Yeah, I just haven't got a receipt, and you don't need to give any more than that. I don't think you're not a retailer, so your receipt would mean nothing. And if you don't have the original one, you don't have it. As long as you didn't put in the listing that you had a receipt, then I won't worry. Dipping's got an interesting question. Should a title read as a sentence or just random keywords? I always think it's better if it reads reasonably well, but I don't think it has to. I think it looks better if you can actually read a title rather than list keywords. I don't really think it matters though, as far as eBay are concerned. They're looking at is the keywords, so maybe just keywords. But I do find, if you start reading it as a sentence, you've got to put things like a to the, start putting all that in, and obviously you don't need all that in, so it's probably never going to read properly as a sentence, is it? He had the cheek to help himself to a power lead and other bits sent back. If he's removed parts and sent it back to you, Jason, you can do a partial refund. I'd have done a 50%. Delboy Dan, I've changed my store listing, ending all listings, sell similar and scheduled listings per day for a month as a trial. Got lots more watches on items and sold quite a bit of old stock, no price change. Oh, okay, Delboy Dan. I'd have done a price change. And maybe if you'd have done a price change, Dan, you might have found even more sales. You could still go in if you want. I'm not telling you to, but I'm just saying, if you've still got stuff scheduled, you could still go in and edit the scheduled stuff if you did want to do a price reduction still. Ian J, welcome. Yeah, it's too much information, Les, on the AI descriptions. I've done it a couple of times just to see, but it's too much. It ends up two big paragraphs, and I don't think people are going to read that. It may help with keywords because you can search descriptions. Like when you do a sorry, when you do a search on eBay, you can actually search descriptions if you want. It doesn't automatically do it, but you can narrow it down. So I guess it could help with that. But for me, I don't think it's worth it. By the time I've pressed the AI button, then checked it and deleted a load of stuff I don't want in, you might as well not bothered. Oh, Steel Wolf, it was a football top sent recorded, not arrived. I said I was going to call Royal Mail the following day. It's a tracking. Oh, okay. I understand. Evening married to reselling. Peter Ray. Did I say Peter Ray earlier? I'm not sure. And Tea Cakes, welcome. My children need wine. Hence the reason for a low ball. Bloody hell. Yeah, no worries. That's weird, isn't it? What a message to send. Hi, George. As of last week, I now take any listing over 90 days old and edit them in bulk to have free postage. So once it gets to 90 days, you're adding free postage on it. Quicker dispatch time, best offers on with minimum amount. I'll take £1 off everything. I'd go more than £1, but that's just me. I just think taking £1 off is pointless. Unless something's £10, you take £1 off. But I know George didn't really sell anything £10. But taking £1 off £10 would be 10%. But for me, if I have like something up for 50, I'll knock it down to either 45 or 40. I just really want to shift that stuff quick. I basically want stuff to be in and out within 6 months. So that's like 2 to 3 cycles at worst. Yeah. Whether it works like that, I don't know, but there you go. But it's interesting to hear what you do, George. Always good. Most resellers turn into hoarders. Dr. Destiny. What a name that is. If buying more stock when we have hundreds and tons, the audience, yeah, a lot of hoarders. There are a lot. Steel Wolf, eBay sales are very low, but finally had some good finds in the charity shop. PC big box games. Yeah, I always look for those myself. Retro George says, I've sold so much stuff over the weekend I've had for months, including a couple of £100 plus sales. Lovely. Lovely. Excellent. It's nice when you get like a little rhythm of a little process of things that kind of work for your store, because it's what I do is when I get to 2 months. At the moment, we're running a bit over 2 months, so I'm having it's relisting at 2, and then I'm taking it off again. But I've got enough listings to do it. But yeah, at the moment, I'm kind of doing 2 months, and it kind of seems to work. But everyone's different, aren't they? Well, it's good when you get a process that you feel works. There's a super chat I need to just find before it drops off the planet. There it is. Imma Resellit. I totally butchered that name. Or I'm a Resellit. I'm a Resellit. Thank you so much. $5. Hello from an American reseller. Tell us a bit more about what you do, what do you sell, where do you live in the States? But thank you so much. Belle's here. You had a bath? You all right?
You all right?
Yeah.
You surviving?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm okay.
Hi, everybody.
She says hi. You probably can't hear her. She's pretending to be, I've got COVID.
Pretty sure I don't need to pretend.
But thank you so much for that super chat. That's very kind of you. Please tell us a bit more about yourself and where you are and all that. I think I was at George. Oh, there she is. Bloody hell. It's a sight for sore eyes, isn't it? I'd say get away from me, but there's no point, is there?
Hi, guys. Here's the reality of our life. Hope everybody's doing well.
It's giving me a chance to read through the chat here whilst Belle's turned up. You see, this is what we do when we're together.
I am missing being on. I will be hopefully back next week.
Dr. Destiny says, main thing with YouTube, if more eyes go on your store. See you, babes. Plus maybe... I think it can work. I think the benefit of being YouTube reseller, like in the way of like sales on eBay, definitely outweighs the negatives. But there are some negatives, and you get a lot of people watching your stuff, and you get a lot of people following your store who never buy anything, and that's absolutely fine. But I think sometimes when you get a lot of views on items because you might have mentioned it on your stream, like tonight or something, I think it can like negatively impact your stats on eBay, like, you know, your view stats and your what do you call it, your sales conversion rates can be skewed a little bit. I think when you start getting a lot of people looking at your items in your store that aren't buying, they're just nosying, it can negative. But I get so much positive from it, and so many sort of orders outside of eBay. You know, when people see stuff that I'm unboxing, they'll message me and they want to do a deal without going, you know, before something's even hit eBay, I can have sold it. I've not even put it on eBay at this point. So that's all a bonus. And YouTube has helped no end with Whatnot. It's been really good for that. So I thank everybody for supporting us over on Whatnot. When you first started on YouTube, did you expect to do so well? I can remember watching your first video. Oh, bloody hell, Steel Wolf. You've been with us a while, haven't you? That first reselling video was awful. It was, I was using my MacBook camera, which was really bad in low light conditions, which at the time it was bad. But no, I didn't expect to be anywhere near. I'm coming up to 12,000 subs, which is fantastic. Slow and steady, this channel. Because it's a mixed channel, and sometimes I put stuff out that's not reselling, and that can seriously damage your channel when you do that. If you veer away from your main content, it seriously damages your channel. But I was way past that because this channel started off life as something else. It started off other things, family, dog, holidays, vlogs, all sorts. And it's kind of kept it that way, but we're predominantly reselling now. Mikey says, how long did it take you to get Whatnot going at a good rate, and what advice do you have for a newbie? Oh, I think I'll give you all the advice I've got, Mikey. I think it's difficult, Whatnot, and I've said to you already that I think because Whatnot is so new in the UK at the moment, they're still finding their feet, and they're not a platform with thousands of buyers on at any one time. I think whilst it stays like that, I think you do have to have some level of following to be a big success. I'm not a big success on there yet, but I'm making some good sales, and I'm having some good auctions. But I'm
here to help. Get to know Siri at apple.com.
I think you do need to have that little bit of a following just to get you going. But I think as Whatnot grows, and it's growing all the time, there's new sellers going on there all the time. As it grows, you're definitely going to get a turning point where you don't need a following. You can just rely on the people that are already on the platform, shopping, browsing, watching shows and auctions. You can just rely on those people. At the moment, my sales are like a 50-50 split of people who follow the channel or follow Car Boot Chris in some way, and 50% are people who are just on Whatnot who have stumbled across the show. So at the moment it's 50-50, and it's slowly moving towards people on Whatnot. We're slowly shifting away from we're getting more percentage sales of people on Whatnot rather than followers of the channel, if you know what I mean. Of course, I appreciate every single sale, and it's great to have followers of the channel buying from us. I think long term, to be sustainable, I have to try and get a higher percentage of people on Whatnot buying on my auctions on Whatnot, like 80-20, something like that. That would be more sustainable. And I don't think that'll come until Whatnot grows a little bit more. So I know that was a stupidly long answer. Oh, there you go. Derek says Realist won't keep the history. Oh, I was always told that it does keep the history, but I would leave, like I said, I would leave it. If you've got big quantities, I would not touch those. Alvin from London. Are your online sales badly affected due to Brexit? I've not noticed anything due to Brexit, to be honest with you. The problem is, Alvin, is that eBay, if we're just talking about eBay here, because we operate on other platforms, but if we talk about eBay, eBay is so randomly up and down like a roller coaster. It's very hard to see any real patterns. Even seasonal patterns can get swallowed up with the roller coaster of eBay. You can swear blind that Q4 is going to be the best time of year, but sometimes I've had some weeks this year that have beaten height of Christmas weeks. There's no rhyme or reason to it sometimes. So it's very, very hard to say, as a general seller on eBay, whether Brexit has or hasn't had any effect. I'm going to say it hasn't had an effect for me because I haven't noticed anything. So therefore, for me, it's not been noticeable. That's what I would say. Let's try and scoot down, and we're going to do some of our usual little bits and pieces. See if I can get down the chat a little bit. How far behind am I? Way behind. Johnny 40 courts. I'm just trying to see anything jumping out at me. Oh, Helen, if that's the case, leave it be. Don't mess with it. Free postage. I'm gone. I'm just free postage every as the main free postage option. Let's see if we can get down a bit. That's true, Lana. Yeah. That's true as well, Jeff. Johnny 40 courts, because you can't say it properly. Fletch, what lights you use when photographing? I can see them in the background. We have desktop. These are newer. NEEWER. Hang on a sec. NL660. Newer NL660. November Lima 660. Newer. From Amazon. What order you do on the titles? I always do what eBay advised us to do at the open, and that is brand first. After that, I kind of just feel my way through it. But I'd always put brand first. Only cool stuff, Evening Z. Alvin says, do you block buyers who win an auction but don't pay? No, not really. There's so many people who, even people who send you offers and then don't pay. There's so many of them. I don't block them. Yeah, you can get Veros for used items all the time. Yeah, don't matter if they're new or used. Certainly can. I'm going to talk about something a bit to do with Veros and counterfeit stuff in a bit, something that I've been reading a lot of in a particular group, and I'll talk about that in a little while. I'm just going to get to the bottom of the chat, and then we'll do some of our sections for tonight. Fletch 1. Bought a load of crap this weekend at Car Boot. Didn't put me in a good mood today for when I was doing my eBay. Well, you need to be more picky, don't you, Fletch? More picky at the boot sales. It's easier said than done, isn't it? Sometimes you get carried away. I'm only just getting down to that super chat from I'm a Reseller. Everyone's saying get well soon to Bell. Thank you, everyone. Gentleman marketeer. I think I'm the opposite of a hoarder. I'm listing 20 a day. Need to go out every day to source. That's brilliant. Good on you. Hedwig. Sounds like Bell's phoning in. Yeah. eBay's a mystery. Just had an amazing couple of days sales with lots of offers coming in, but have no understanding why suddenly people want what I've been trying to say. Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? Z. There's no rhyme or reason to it. Serious to God. You can't figure it out. Yes, exactly this. Exactly that. Everyone's saying speedy recovery, Belle. Get well soon, Belle. What about me? No one cares about me. To be honest with you, Belle's the most important thing because she's in danger of being really poorly with it. But hopefully she's at the end. She's got a tiny little faint line left, but she still doesn't feel well. So thank you. That's just what I was just saying. Thank you, Steel Wolf. Yeah, that's more like it. Oh, I'm a reseller. I live in Chicago. That's not even right, is it? But I travel around a lot sourcing. I like to buy electronics and toys. Have a YouTube channel. Ah, got YouTube as well. Right. Drop. Feel free if someone wants to drop him a Resell It's channel in the chat. Please do so. What's the lowest feedback buyer you would accept an offer? I don't look at any feedback when I'm dealing with any offers, anything dipping. I do not look at people's feedback. I just look at the value. If I like it, I will take it. If not, I won't. I don't consider, I've never looked at somebody's feedback when offers are coming in. I don't bother. So cute. Oh, there you go. Santa's put the channel in. That's brilliant. You've preempted that. I'm catching up well here now. I'm only about 5 minutes behind. No worries, Mike. You know where I am if you need any help. It's tricky. Whatnot is a tricky platform to maneuver. I'm just only sort of the last few shows it started sort of paying off. But yeah, I'm enjoying it at the minute. Night's Life just uploaded my first reselling video in months. Is selling on Whatnot live only? It's pretty much live, but there is marketplace on Whatnot as well. I don't use it. I just do the live sales, the live auctions. That's how I'm operating on Whatnot. But you can upload stuff with like buy it now prices and all sorts. But I don't think I'm ready for that yet. I think if I end up with a big following on there, you know, fingers crossed, if I can get a few more people, buyers, customers, maybe I'll start listing stuff. But at the minute, I'm just doing the live auctions. Yeah, feel free to if you want to go and look up Mikey Resells on Whatnot, if you're on Whatnot, go and follow him. He's been trying to do a couple of shows and he wants to improve, sell more stuff, get better value. And yeah, feel free. If anyone wants to put Mikey Resells link in the chat, please do it. What are those spring? I don't know. I've got them as well. I haven't got a clue. I don't know what they're called. Well, welcome everybody in the chat. 138 watching. I've never sold those, Dan. Never sold them, Cards Against Humanity. But there is quite a few things like that that are you're not able to resell. I think Exploding Kittens is another one. I got some pulled for those. Exploding Kittens, they don't like you selling those, even though you go and search it, there's bloody millions of them. Fletch, I'm glad you described eBay as a roller coaster, seemingly with no rhyme or reason for good and bad days. Oh yeah, I think most people will say the same thing, Fletch. It is a bit of a mystery. Yeah, I've seen that one, Jeff. Yeah, I've seen that one. Oh, thank you, Elaine. That's very kind. Poor Chris. Yeah, that's more like it. It's what I want to hear. Milking it, cheeky. The cheek of it. I'm catching fast. I'm on 47, you're on 50, so I'm 3 minutes behind now. That is true. Oh. Yeah, sometimes if I'm having a problem buyer, I will go and have a look and then see what's been going on their page, see what the feedback's like and stuff. Yeah, but I don't look prior to it, because you can't really predict. Even if somebody's got loads of negatives, it don't mean to say that your transaction is going to go tits up as well, does it? Doesn't mean that that's going to happen. So I don't look. I'd rather not know. I'll just treat every buyer at face value. That's true, tea cakes. Yeah. Back in the day, you wouldn't dare, would you? You didn't want the negative feedback. Shoe trees, is that it? Yes, I'm down to the bottom. See, that was easy in the end. Speedy recovery. Thank you. I don't drink whiskey. It's horrible. Cannot do whiskey. Right. We've got down a bit. Let's do some stuff. But feel free if you want to chat anything else about reselling, let's do it. But in the meantime, what have we got first? Let's do this one, which is this one.
I hope and pray we can sell it all on eBay.
Okay, sale of the week is, I need to share my screen for this. Try not to cough my guts up whilst we're on air, but my throat is like, I can't say it because it's too naughty to say. Sale of the week. Okay, here we go. This is my sale of the week. It doesn't necessarily, when I say sale of the week, it's just something interesting. Doesn't necessarily mean it's the most expensive or the best profit item that I've sold this week. Just something I can talk about. And this week's sale of the week is this pair of speakers. Now, remember the video, if any of you watched it, of the hi-fi unit that was broken, and I split it up to sell it all separately for more profit than if I'd have kept it all together. Well, every item has gone out of that bundle. The remote controller's gone, sold. The tape deck has sold. The main unit has gone to Tommy Lee. So that's gone. And now the speakers have gone. I think they went for either 20 or 25 pound. I let them go for. So these have gone as well. So that's everything sold out of that. And that was potentially a faulty unit. So I'm happy that everything has now gone. So that was my sale of the week. There's Mikey's whatnot. Thank you, Bumcrack, for that. And there's Chris's whatnot. Thank you. Please go follow Mikey. Give him some support. I think he really needs a bit of encouragement when it comes to his next whatnot show. Get on there, get a bargain, and give a fellow reseller in the community a bit of support. And talking about whatnots, I'll be on whatnot tomorrow night. Fingers crossed. If I'm all right, I'll be on whatnot tomorrow night for another amazing auction. Tons of stuff, like last week. All different stuff every single week. Mostly collectibles, figures, toys, stuff like that. Movie, TV related stuff, majority. With freebies as well. If you've never joined Whatnot, you can use my link in the description below this video. There's a link there. And if you've never used Whatnot, you can get between £10 and £200 free money to spend. You can spend it on anyone's channel. You go and spend it on Mikey's show next week or whenever the next one is. You know, go and give him some support. Go and spend it on Mikey's. You get a minimum £10. You're guaranteed, if you've never signed up for Whatnot, minimum of £10. There's quite a few people who've been getting £20. I've seen those. I've not seen anyone get anywhere near the 200, but Whatnot are saying it's random between 10 and £200. You could get 200 quid for free. Her bounty hunter. Thanks, Chris, for the photo of Cookie. For guess the weight, my daughter loves dogs. Oh, that's nice. That's brilliant. Jason, I'm glad to be back. House move on the cards and more time for listing. Oh, house move. Don't talk to me about moving house. Pineapple juice is good. Oh, interesting. Didn't know that, Belle. Did you tell Belle that? We remember the hi-fi. Yeah, well, it's all gone, Mike and Francis. It's gone, the whole lot. Shifted. So definitely worth splitting that up. Alvin from London says, we sold a Dino Riders poster for over €400. We're in the south of France. Oh, you're in the south of France. Oh, cool. That's a good sale. Yeah, split up. Even, to be honest with you, Deborah, I mean, I don't know if I said it on the video, but even if it's not faulty, it's a good idea to split it anyway, because I think it was Richard Payne made a good point, is that it's a good idea to split it. You make more profit and it's easier to ship, because then I don't have to ship that whole thing together in one go. You can ship all the little parts off separately. So it's actually easier. Did you make what was predicted? What did we get? 50 on the tape deck. Let's say 20 on the speakers. I can't remember if it was 20, 25. So that's 70. 20 on the remote control. That's 90. And there's no charge to Tommy for the hi-fi. But that was up for about 20, 25. I think that was up for 25. So I think we were on target. We were just under target because of offers. So it would have been, I got 90 from it, but I sent Tommy the thing for free. So it would have been about 110, 115 if I'd have sold that one. Any Groot stuff? Janie, Groot. Yes, I have got some Groot stuff tomorrow. I've got some Groot stuff. I am Groot. Okay, I'm at the bottom of the chat again. See, caught up, no problem at all. I didn't, but I'll message you. Think if you bought a knackered car, strip it down, wheels, seats, engine, parts, etc., to make it. But you probably would. I mean, people do that anyway, don't they? There's, you know, the car yards and that. They probably make a bloody fortune. And good luck to him. Tommy says I did offer 25. There you go. He offered 25, but I didn't take it because if any of you watched, I'll tell you what, the cheek of it today. If anybody watched Tommy Lee's video where he's fixing the football game for me, the vintage football game that I sent him, at the start of the video, he accuses me of being his personal, I'm using him as my personal fixer of things. You cheeky. But I do appreciate it. I have sent you 2 things now. That's why I sent him the mini disc for free. I said, if you can fix it, you can sell it and you can have the money. And that pays for all your time. But yeah, it did make me laugh, Tommy. Your little intro. Yeah, it made me laugh. I can't fix anything. I tell a lie, actually. Tommy sent me some of those rubber bands that you put on electronics, you know, the belt band things, and I did fix something. I fixed my Philips CDI drawer by changing the band. That's the first thing I've fixed for ages. Scrapyards are all on eBay. I see what you mean there, Derek. Yeah, just reading your comment. Steel Wolf says, I'm now underway with my YouTube channel. This is for resellers price guide on a whole variety of categories. It's a new channel. The quality will improve. Please check it out. Go and check out Steel Wolf. He calls you the fixer. Yes, I do, the fixer. Oh, cheers, Jason. Thanks for joining us. Right, what can we do next? Let's say a few thank yous and I'll move on to the next segment. Big thank you to all our channel members: Yorkshire Mix, Matt Sell Stuff, Glamour's Closet, Paul Daubney, GT Prelove, Cy, Chris Smith, Rachel Nash, Phil Higginson, Brooke, Tam and Bell, Secret Carper, Hillary Rhodes, Steve-O, Anything Vintage, Just Luke, Sam, Mick Page, Drink and Dive, The Monkey Thrifter, Fix It for Reselling, The Dave, Soul Steps, Santa, Andrew Milburn, Proza, Dave ABL, DB Resells, SB Reselling, Emsden UK, Andy Incognito, and West Lancs Flips. Thank you all very much for your support of the channel. Your extra little bit of support is much appreciated, and I hope you enjoy our little Discord group. Well, that has been a bit quiet lately, so we need a bit more activity in there. Let's see what we can move on to now. Let's go to... Oh no, let's just have a quick look how the chat's doing. Make sure I'm bang up to date before I move on. There you go. Alvin from London / France says, if anyone needs a buyer in France, give them a shout. You work for Chris now. Oh, thanks, Babs. Anyone else been over to follow Mikey Resells? Anyone attending eBay Open this Wednesday to Friday? I thought it was last week. Was it not last week, the London one? Are we getting back lunchtime lives? I don't know, Derek. I want to do something different, because I get like itchy feet, and I like to change things up. But I had an idea to do a live, but I've gone off it. I mentioned it a few weeks ago, and I said, "Oh, I've got this great idea," and I've kind of gone a bit. I thought about it and I've gone off it. So I need ideas, people, of lives, because I like to bring something a bit different, do something different, because there's so many reselling channels. It's like, if you don't bring something different, then you kind of get a bit lost. So if anyone's got a good idea, let me know. You can always put it in the chat if you want, if you've got an idea for a live, because I would like to bring another live show back during the week. You said that, but now we have nothing. The lunchtime lines were good. There's not many. Yeah, there isn't. And I always say the same, Derek. I always look for people like Brum the other day did a daytime live. And I was like, yes, we've got a daytime live. And there's just not enough daytime lives. We need more. And now I've gone, there's definitely not enough. A live car boot stream, it just wouldn't work, Silver Wolf. It just would not work, because you've got all kinds of issues. Firstly, signal is a major issue when you're at a boot sale. A lot of boot sales in fields somewhere and your signal isn't great. Secondly, it doesn't give you an opportunity to edit out people who don't want to be on the video. And that's the big one for me. When you are filming live at... oh, bollocks, I had that on battery and not mains. I had that light on battery, now I'm going to have to charge that up. Yeah, when you're filming live at a boot sale, because I've considered it, really, I was going to do one. But then there's a lot of time people say, oh, don't put me on camera. I don't want to be on camera. Or, you could end up with a confrontation, and it's not a good idea to go live at a boot sale, because you take away the the option to edit somebody out. That's the main thing. I vote for lunchtime live, says Matt. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Yeah, but it's all the same stuff, Richard. I need give me some new ideas. I just get like itchy feet of doing the same thing all the time. That's why now and again we swap up this Monday night, because I don't like things to go on the same for too long. Everyone misses the bloody lunchtime live. Or a live at a charity shop. So you'd have to have permission of the shop, and there's no way I wouldn't do it without permission. I would do it without permission. Emsden lunchtime live. Well, you know what, Emsden? You might be missing lunchtime live, but I'm missing Emsden. So where are they? Where are they right now? Eh? If you want the lunchtime lives back, we need Emsden back. Live listing sessions. Bills and Moon says Glamour's Closets lives are good. She gives prizes away. It may work for lunchtime. Oh yeah, let's give some more prizes away. I'll be skint soon. Give that many prizes away. Bit of midweek motivation. Live packing. Alvin from London. Idea. A UK version of American Pickers. It would be good, wouldn't it? I mean, I'd love to do something like that. There's just so little opportunity in the way of like finding places to go and pick from. Aaron Zell says a weakest link style quiz hosted on Teams. Okay, that's interesting. I'm no good at quizzes though. I'd have to be the quiz master because I can't do quizzes. I think a reseller's knowledge quiz as a one-off would be good. Maybe. Shabba, lunchtime giveaway. Like, yeah, more giveaways. Give away all my stock. Reseller steel cage. Your viewers have spoken. Thanks. Leia, hi Chris, do you enjoy Christmas time car boot sales? There's not that many around, to be honest, Leia, because of the weather. You have to find indoor boot sales, really. There's not going to be many at all operating when it comes to Christmas. There might be the odd one or two around, but in the majority will not be on. There might be the odd indoor boot sale, indoor tabletop, church sale, stuff like that. The night shift, a late 11 p.m. You see, I don't list that late though, Derek. I'm in bed at that time. I'm not really one for listing late. I tend to get all my listings done during the day, and then I have the evenings for me and Belle. Thanks, Chris. You are never skint. I can be skint. Yeah. Emma Resell It says I've got a few ideas for a collaboration. Yeah, give me a shout. I've done quite a few collaborations in the past. I go through phases of doing collaborations and then phases of not. A midweek extra duck race. Everyone's into the freebies, aren't they? We might have to do a couple of midweek duck races. I'll have to check in with Santa, but in order for us to fulfill, to get to 100th duck race on Christmas Day, don't forget we're having a Christmas Day duck race live on YouTube. In order to hit that 100, we might have to do a couple of extras at some point. Lunchtime online sources. Oh, Shabba, I'm not going to share my online sourcing. I would be like giving away all my secrets. It's a good idea, though. I'd like to see Shabba sharing, or Liz, online sourcing secrets live to the nation. Talk to someone who is thinking about starting a channel. Part of my new idea for a live was to get different guests on, and I had an idea about how the show was going to run. It wasn't just going to get a guest on and just chit chat. It was going to have a format. So yeah, well, I kind of went off the idea. Flipping hell, always used to miss Thursdays. KD Nation reseller showcase. Possibly. Always an idea. Hi, Bargain Hunter. Idea, reseller lookalikes. People have to submit photos of people they see at the boot sale that resemble reseller YouTubers. See, oh, Derek, you're not going to go around you're not going to go around the boot sale taking photos of people, have you, randomly? I nominate Derek to start with his reseller lookalikes. But it's a funny idea, but can you imagine us all going around taking photos of random people? Christmas theme show? Yeah, that would be a good idea, wouldn't it? Do you remember when Junie used to started doing reseller? Was it reseller impressions? She never got around to me. Apparently, I was next on the list, but then she stopped doing it. But I was looking forward to seeing what she was going to do about me. Christmas jumble sales. Yeah, there might be a few of those. Yeah, that's kind of similar. It's kind of similar to what I was planning. Not quite the same, but similar. I'm not doing 48 hours, Shabba. No. I've seen Bold Finds do his 24 hour. I'm not doing 48. Sourcing battle, says RS. Best 3 items for a set amount. What was Rodri thinking? He's crazy. He just wanted a couple of days off. I just wish he'd have just said to Pep, boss, I need a couple of days off. I'm getting tired. Instead, gets himself a red card and gets free games off. Right, I need to crack on now, don't I? Yeah, I've drunk it. It's a problem. It's empty. Oh, I've got cold tea. Cold tea is better than nothing. That's a good. That's an idea I've never heard, but it's interesting. Us subscribers give you a challenge. We send the most awful item and give you the challenge of marketing it and selling it in a week. Interesting idea. It needs fleshing out a little bit. You and your missus could have an antiques road trip style competition where you both start with a buying amount and see who makes the biggest profit on eBay. One of our early videos where Belle comes on, we did do a little competition. We did a car boot challenge and we both had a certain amount and we kind of showed what we found. I won, of course, because Belle was useless, but yeah, it's a good idea though. I like those little ones where me and Belle can get in together and do it. Podcast. Podcast. That's a good idea. Can we have another scavenger hunt like when we all had to find tikis? Yeah. I did enjoy that with seeing everybody's tiki finds. Lunchtime drinks with Chris. Leia says, do you watch other resellers on YouTube? Yes. If so, who do you enjoy watching? Yeah, I do watch. Everybody brings something different to the table. So I don't have a standout favorite, but I have a number of people who I like to watch for totally different reasons. So I'm not going to name any names, but Yeah, people bring something different to the table. That's what I like, when there's some different kind of content. Uncle Albert, can we vote on your weirdest guess? I vote for that Yank who smashed the ceramic duck prize a while ago. Was that you, Jeff? Oh, I remember now. Yeah, my mind was going, when was this? Yes, I remember. Yes, I vote that one as well. A prize to the selfie. How embarrassing, though. Derek, that would be embarrassing. I would not go up to someone and say, hey, you look like Derek the tap peddler. And they'd be like, who the fuck's that? Can I have a selfie? Can you imagine? It'd be mental. Whoops-a-daisy, yeah. A back to basics tutorial, says Chris. Read as a book. That could work. Shall I read one of the books, a bit like Martin and Beck's reads? A charity auction. Yeah, it's kind of been done in the community before. Nick and Andrea and that have done it before. Boy, you're all to death. A coin sourcing expertise. It was Santa, was it? Yeah, I remember now. I remember because he came on the stream and said, I've just smashed this. But it wasn't it wasn't the actual. That's right, isn't it? It wasn't the actual duck. He'd smashed something else and then pretended. Right. Oh, Peter Ray says, Chris, are you doing Secret Santa this year? I've not thought about it, Peter. I'll have a think. I'll have a think about whether I'm going to do it again. Right. Need to move on because duck race is coming up soon and Belle will be shouting at me a minute to get off. What have we got to do? We've got... Right. The two linked together. Firstly, we're going to do this.
It's the comment of the week.
Now, we've not done comment of the week for ages, but one popped up on YouTube the other day, and I thought I'll save that one. I just need to find it now. Comment of the week. Here it is. This is comment of the week. Okay, so someone left a comment on one of my videos. It was the recent flipping on another platform video that I put out, and the if you don't know the channel very well, or it's the first video you watch and you don't know the fact that I'll tend to say the word bungle instead of bundle, I guess you could have a comment like this. Please, for the love of God, stop pronouncing bungle. So I'm guessing Cheshire RC, possibly the first video they've watched, and they'll probably never come back again now because I said bungle instead of bundle. I didn't get the reply on this screenshot, but the reply I gave them was 3 emojis of bungle. Oh dear. Yeah, I put 3 bungle emojis on the bottom of that. But yeah, I guess if you it was a thing a while back where I kind of just used bungle as the bundle word, but you probably all know that by now anyway. and it kind of links in to our little This Is Heavy competition. Most ridiculous or random feedback everyone gets. That would require us to save it when we see it, though, wouldn't it? Car boot fight. A live stream where you post yourself in a box with every. I don't think I'd make it alive. Yes, that's true. Yeah. Stephen Law says you're in Manchester. We're in North Wales, near Rill, Stephen. Formerly from Manchester. I'm a Mancunian, really. I used to work with a woman who said miggle instead of middle. Yeah, I get that. Have you said bungle a couple of... Have you at the boot sale? Yeah, buckle instead of bottle, yeah. Right, that kind of moves on, right? Are we ready for our weekly game of This Is Heavy?
Great Scott. I know, this is heavy. It's heavy. It's heavy. It's heavy. It's heavy.
Okay, so we're talking about bungles. So I thought I'd dig out my own little bungle. And this is this week's This Is Heavy. Not prize, you don't win it. But what you got to do is, you got to guess what the weight of this bungle is in grams. I need it in grams, please. And only one entry per person. You can enter if you are anywhere in the world. It doesn't matter where you are. Because if you win this competition, we will send you something in the post, in the snail mail. We will send you something to treasure from our channel. And all you got to do is guess how much bungle weighs. And you can't go over. You've got to be under or on it. If you go over, you go bust. I'm going to start a timer in a minute. And you're going to have 10 seconds to get your guesses in. And then I'm going to go through the chat and see who the closest is. Remember, you can't go over. I've not written the bloody thing down. I do know the answer. Lee's been watching The Price is Right, yeah. Okay, let's do the timer.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
So how much does bungle weigh in grams? I'm going to put end in the chat. Now, any guesses after the word end will be disqualified. There we go. End in the chat. Right, I'm going to go through now. Normally, Belle would do this and I will crack on. But it's just me. So you'll just have to wait. I'm going to go through here and see who the nearest is without going bust. Okay, so far, Elaine Parks is currently winning at 210 grams. 210 Elaine Parks at the moment. Janie Vu is now leading 234. RS 2,198. Are you mad? Shouldn't have gone that high. Janie Vu 234 is currently leading the race. Mike and Francis have gone 234 as well, but Janie Vu was first, so it's still Janie Vu. Shabba was close, but bust. Richard Payne now leading 243. We've got Richard Payne in the lead at the minute, 243. Johnny 40 Quartz is close, but bust. 243. Yorkshire Mix Don is now leading 245. Babs is now leading 246. This is close. Babs is leading 246. Mikey Resells was close there, 245. Is Babs the winner? It looks like Babs could have taken this 246. Any closer than 246? It looks like it's going to be Babs. I think that's it. Brilliant. Babs has won. Babs, well done. You are the winner, 246. The actual weight of Bungle was 260 grams. Babs was the closest with 246. Babs, please send me a message with your name, full name and address on, please, and we will get something out in the post to you. Well done to Babs. Give her a round of applause, everybody. Way. He's a beanie. He's got beanies in there. I think we've been done here. He's a bloody beanie, for God's sake. We need proof. Typo, says RS. Well done to Babs. There you go. Okay. We'll get something in the post to you, Babs. I really appreciate it. Oh, something I just wanted to mention was something that that was being talked about a lot in the thrifting board on Facebook, which is a group run by Jason T. Smith. It's a group over in the States, and there's been quite a few people in that group who have been getting items taken down by eBay, items that they have listed, and there seemed to be a common denominator in the items that were being taken off. They weren't getting strikes or anything, but they were getting like counterfeit takedowns from eBay, and everybody who had them took down had put unbranded in the brand name. And apparently there was some chit chat going on, and people that eBay have been actively looking at the unbranded stuff that's been listed on site, and it's possible that they might be using some company to kind of like use AI or whatever to identify possible counterfeit. And obviously unbranded is something that's being used as a bit of a pointer for that, because the way I read it was there's quite a few people like piping up saying that I had something unbranded taken down, and I just thought it was worth mentioning, worth thinking about when you're listing your item. Think carefully as to whether unbranded is the right thing for you to use. Because I'm wondering, if that starts coming over here like it is in the States, that it could cause you some bother. You could get stuff taken down that is perfectly legitimate. A lot of people were talking about vintage items that were completely legitimate when they came out in the 80s, 90s, whatever, but they were unbranded and they were being taken down as possible counterfeit by eBay, by whatever this company, potentially this company hearsay, that's going through looking at unbranded stuff. So could be worth just thinking a little bit about that unbranded. I'm not going to go too much into it. I just wanted to mention it. He's not a beanie, he's a sandbag. I'd say he's definitely a beanie. Pixelate your finger. Yeah, Lisa. Yeah, I do as well. But let me do an example. There was an example in the thrifting board, right? Quite a few people had John Deere hats. You know, the tractor company or whatever, the farming company, John Deere. I've sold John Deere hats before, no problem. But they were selling vintage ones. And they were official hats, but there was no brand in them. So what they'd done is they'd put unbranded in the brand. And they'd been taken down by eBay, not allowed to relist them, taken down as counterfeit when they weren't counterfeit. And this had happened to more than one person. And what they're saying is, there was a few other people saying, instead of putting unbranded in the brand, put John Deere, because that's what the thing, what the hat was essentially. So if you'd have put John Deere in the brand instead of unbranded, the chances are that item wouldn't have got taken down. I'm just repeating what I was reading. I'm just saying to you, just think about that unbranded section. Is there a brand that you can put in there? Babs, you should have my address. Keep buying on Whatnot. Seriously, where do I send it to, Chris? Well, you send it me anyway, Babs, because everything's automated on Whatnot. I don't ever actually save your address or anything, so I just print your label off and stuff. So it might be better, and it's a reminder to me as well that you won the prize. Or just send me a message, and it'll probably be in the message trail, won't it? Just don't let me forget. That's the thing. Yeah, that's what people were saying before Bumcrack. Interesting. I use unbranded on some of my repo football tops. Yeah, I'm not saying don't use it. I'm just saying that this is what I read today. I was going to make more of it on tonight's show, but I didn't think there was enough meat on the bones for me to. I just wanted to mention it in passing that there's this thing about. There's just, if I can find the post, and it was getting quite long, there was a lot of people commenting about it. So I definitely think it looks like they may be targeting unbranded. Didn't we have this conversation before? There are some card games that will get taken down. I had either Vero or Counterfeit is the favorite for these card games. I had Exploding Kittens taken down. I think they might have said Counterfeit when they definitely weren't Counterfeit, but that's the reason they used for me. Got a clock with German quartz battery, but it's advertising a beer brand. Did put it? Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying it's wrong because I don't know, but all I'm saying is that there was a lot of people talking about this whole unbranded thing, and there was a common denominator that most people that were getting these so-called counterfeit, they weren't counterfeit allegedly, but they'd all put unbranded in the brand, and it's like, is it a thing or is it not? I don't know. I'm just gonna, if I can find a genuine brand, I'm gonna try and put that in. Like, the best thing is, if your item doesn't have a label or a marking, try and find one online somewhere that maybe did have the marking prior to, like say the label's been cut out and you don't know what the brand is. Try and find one where you can see the label and put the correct brand in. So I'm just saying, maybe try and take a little bit more time to try and find that brand rather than immediately, if you can't find it, just put unbranded. Like, unbranded as a last resort. That's what I would say. I'd be very careful with bootleg. I never use that phrase, and I think you just got to be careful because bootleg can be described as counterfeit as well, can't it? So I'd be careful with that one, Steel Wolf. Bootleg. I wouldn't use that. I wouldn't use that word. That's just me. Recently bought a board game that turned out to be counterfeit. Bloody hell. Disney and Muggles one's taken down. There's a lot of people getting stuff. I've had stuff taken down the last couple of weeks. I was going to do a video about it. Right. Let's move on. Right. Have I done everything? Yes. Duck race coming up. Whatnot tomorrow night, guys. Don't forget, Tuesday night, 7 p.m. this week, because football's on Wednesday, so I can't do Wednesday. So tomorrow night is Whatnot Tuesday. Link in the description to my Whatnot channel. Loads of great stuff on auction from 7 p.m. Please come and join us. It's a lot of fun. And I might not be talking much by the time tomorrow comes. Let me try and set up the duck race. Make sure we've got everything. You're just going to have to bear with me while I sort the duck race out. Oh, hang on a minute. Let's take that out. I just need to make sure we've got everybody in that needs to be in. Santa, for your records, we have 77, all the sevens, ducks in the race today. 77 ducks. Right. Good luck to everybody in the duck race. Don't forget as well, if you win the duck race between now and Christmas, you will get entered into the Christmas Day duck race. And we are building a mega prize for Christmas Day for the winner of the 100th duck race, which will be on Christmas Day. And we've got a mega prize coming from me and Belle and Cookie. It'll be a hamper extravaganza for the duck race. Oh, we need ducktails, don't we? Right, we're ready, guys. Let's shuffle these ducks. Give them a good old shuffle. One more look. We're ready? And they're off. The duck race begins, and there's a big pack at the front with RS, Steve Law, Thomas Evans all leading the pack. Ali Evans just behind. Aaron Sells towards the bottom. Deborah Sardines there. Lynn, Carol McDonald, Fletch one at the top. Ali Evans leading now. Towards the back of the pack, we've got Heavenly Boots, David M, Wan One, Yorkshire Mix, Tea Cakes, Once Loved Treasures. People complain that they don't get a mention with their duck, so I'm going to try and mention as many as I can. Luna Retro currently leading the race with Spider Duck. Ollie Weber's down there. Aaron Sells, Richard Payne, and Heavenly Boots all at the front of the pack. Jack of all trades coming through with the Naked Duck now leading the pack. Towards the back, we've got Jason Entwistle going out of the scene. Tam and Bell, My Lady Bug's there as well. Shabba, Dorothy Watkinson is there. Flame Bentos, SB Reselling, all floundering towards the back of the pack. Useless. You might as well have not bothered turning up. Sheriff Roscoe in the Dinosaur. 1-1. Nespresso is there. It's very, very equal at the front. There's no clear leader here. Monkey Thrifter with Frosty the Duck. and Flex One, Scouse Dan, Limelight Vinty, all very, very close towards the front. AMPR's there as well. Phil Higginson's there, Tap Peddler Derek, Greg at the bottom, Ollie Webber's drowning out towards the back of the picture. Lin Ladybug as well at the back. Sheriff Roscoe's there as well. Tommy Lee is in a naked duck. He's got a good chance of winning this one. Blackwood Reseller is also naked. And Jack of all trades. 4 naked ducks at the front. See what you buys there too. Kathy at the bottom coming out. There's 10 seconds to go. Kathy won recently, I think. But who's going to win it this time? It's anyone's game here. It looks like it could be Cherry Jane. Cherry Jane wins the duck race and gains entry into the Christmas Day duck race. Cherry Jane. Last week, I think it was Kathy. This week, it's Cherry Jane. There you go. That is it. Cherry Jane is the winner. Well done. Well done, Cherry Jane. Wins the duck race. Lisa never saw a duck once. I did try to read out as many as I could. Yeah. No Steel Wolf. I don't remember seeing your name, actually, Steel Wolf. I don't remember seeing your name there. You need to go and check last week's show, Steel Wolf. And just make sure you commented. Steel Wolf, what's your YouTube name? Because that's the name that will appear on your duck, not Steel Wolf, unless it is Steel Wolf. You could say that. You could say that. If you want to enter next week's duck race, anybody who's watching, if you want to enter next week's duck race, the way you enter is after this show has finished, give it a couple of minutes, come back to the channel, find this replay of this show and make a comment on it. That way, I will gather all those that have commented and they will be entered into the duck race next week. My duck was swimming backwards. Yes, it is duck tails. You must have been there then. What's your name as it appears on the @ when you comment? What does your name look like? Because I bet it's not Steel Wolf. Steward's Enquiry. Let's turn this off. It does get a tad annoying at the end. But well done to Cherry. You're in the Christmas duck race. What prize was this week? It was yours, Del Boy Dan. It was your Donald Duck. So a big thank you to Del Boy Dan. Cherry, I'm pretty sure I've got your details, but please send me a message to remind me that you won the duck race. And I will pass your details on to Del Boy Dan, who will send out your prize. So a big thank you, Del Boy Dan. Yeah, you were in it. You were in it. I put you in that. Retro and toys. You're on my list. So, yes, you were in it. You're just very, very unlucky. Thank you, Belle. Appreciate that. Cherry Jane's second win. Previously won on the 4th of July. Thank you, Lin. Yeah, sometimes they're always at the back and you just never see them. Yeah, we'll do the other one maybe next week or the week after, Del Boy. Thank you, Missy Marie. Appreciate that. Thank you, Sardine. Right. we're going to call it a day. What are we on? 1 hour 45. We're over time anyway. You've had more out of me than what you should get. What we've got coming up on the channel this week, we'll have a midweek video and a weekend video coming out. I'm not sure which ones they're going to be yet, so just keep your eye out for those. We'll be live again next week at 8 p.m. Fingers crossed it'll be both of us, but who knows. Whatnot tomorrow night, 7 p.m. I haven't said that often enough, so come and see me on Whatnot 7 p.m. tomorrow for a mega auction, 2 hours of sheer mayhem. And I think that is it. Oh, next Monday we will draw the winner. You know the eBay tips video where I said that you could win Belle's goodie bag of stuff, including the eBay lanyard. I'll draw that next week live on the show. We'll do a random comment generator, whatever thing, and we'll draw the winner of the eBay bag next week. So if you want to be in with the chance of winning that, you need to go and find the eBay video and make a comment on that video. Excuse me. And that will enter you into the draw. Good night. May the sales forever be in your favor. Fingers crossed. Car boot Chris, also known as COVID Chris. Thank you all. And I think we're done for tonight. Let me find my outro so I can be a bit smoother on the outro. Right, everybody. From me and Bungle, have a good week. We'll see you soon. See you on Whatnot tomorrow. Thanks very much for watching. Really appreciate it. If you want to catch up on another one of my videos, you can try one like this or one like this. They're both good ones. Give it a go. Or you can subscribe by pressing this button here. There you go. See you later.